what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. In today's episode, I overall wanted to talk on being humbled about, whatever you got going on in life. Don't let things discourage you, like a celebrity getting your dream job before you actually get it. And that's honestly, that's the reason why I'm doing this, is because so recently, Addison Rae. If you guys don't know who Addison Rae is, she's this like popular TikToker. Be doing some dances here and there, and yeah, overall, has gotten a very big success off of all of that. Like she's blown up a lot. So I think she was at some event, I believe. Let me make sure. Let me make sure I get it right, but. She was at some event. I think it was this UFC event. Yeah, she was a UFC correspondent, and yeah, she overall jokes that fans got her fired. Backlash calls have. Yeah, so okay, so yeah, she was doing some UFC gig. I guess she faced a lot of backlash over it, and overall, I guess she had bragged over the fact that she studied for like a correspondent like position for like 3 months, and yeah, overall had landed this gig at the UFC event. And then there's people like writing into her. Like one person I read their tweet talking about how they have a friend that studied for 6 years for this, just for them to get turned down and then have Addison Rae take the position. So here's the thing, and this is what I've overall picked up with content creating, and to me, I'm like, stuff like this, like, it happens all the time. Like, this isn't just a one-time thing, like with Addison Rae and UFC. This is how it is for musicians. This is how it is for actors. This is how it is for content creators. Like, you'll see it time after time where, like, a content creator, like a Twitch streamer, for an example. There's the one Twitch streamer I follow, and I'm like, man, you would think that she would be in a much more better position on Twitch. No, she still has like less followers, but streamers that's doing hot tub streams and all these other weird streams where they're licking and sniffing microphones and stuff, they're the ones that get thousands of followers. YouTubers, you'll see where there's this one video, it's probably one of the most like weirdest and viral videos of YouTube, but it was like some exhibit, like art thing. I don't know what it overall was, but this man had like this metal like rod thing strapped to his waist, and he went up to another metal rod and was hitting on it. And that video was like went viral. I'm pretty sure the video got like 1 million views and millions of views. But it's like that. It's like that with so many different. It's some of the most cringiest of the cringiest YouTubers, TikTokers, Twitch streamers, Facebook people, Instagram. Like, it's cringy people time after time after time. And we can't do anything about it. The only thing that we honestly can do about it is continue putting in work until we do get noticed. Then we can set the bar high for, a lot of people and be like, oh, I gotta do what they're doing, but be better at it, Like, I gotta go, like, above and beyond. So, my situation, I'm just overall a content creator with 34 YouTube channels, a podcast, Twitch streaming, TikTok account. Like, I do a lot, when you sit down and think about it. And there's YouTubers out there that will post a video once a month. They get millions of views, and I gotta sit there and deal with it. Because maybe it's not my time right now to be the YouTuber that I want to be. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm like not doing enough. Or maybe I'm doing too much. I really don't know. There's so many things I honestly can say about this. But at the same time, it's like, it's not my place to say things about this. At the end of the day, I should just focus on myself. Like, and that's why I'm like, overall, like, to the people, and I'm not trying to defend Addison Rae, but obviously she brought something to the table to land that job. And what was it? Followings. People, that's what people look for. They look for followings. And you can ask any investor, would you invest in a business that's already bringing in millions of dollars, or would you invest in somebody that literally has a few cents to their name? Like, who are you going to invest in? There's going to probably be like that one person out of the bunch that's like, I'm going to invest in the person that has a few cents to their name, because they want to see, because they know that they're going to be hard at working. They know that they're going to bring, you know, a lot more to the table. But at the moment, Addison Rae, with millions of followers all across, let's just overall see how many followers she has across social media. So Instagram, she has 38 million followers. On TikTok, she has 81 million followers. And on Twitter, she has 4.8 million followers. And YouTube, she has, pause that video because I don't want no copyright stuff, 4.75 million followers, subscribers. So at the end of the day, and that's just to ask anybody out there, who would you want to, like, you know, be the correspondent for your event, or somebody to be a part of your company? Would you contact me, or would you contact Addison Rae? Because I know if it was a choice between me and Addison Rae, I would even contact Addison Rae. Why? Because she has more followers. At the end of the day, I want more people to show up to my event. I want more people to watch my event. So when you see people out there, and because you know they're going to post about it like all across social media, YouTube, Twitter, they're doing things for the likes. They're doing things for the retweets, the follows. Okay, at the end of the day, they want more people to follow them. So that's why they're contacting people like Addison Rae. They're not just going to get some random person off of the street that nobody doesn't know about and have it where they take the job. And I'm not trying to say that the people that study years for this, for whatever position, is a nobody. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, if it's a toss-up between somebody with a following and somebody without a following, they're going to choose the person with a following. And that's like, and that's just, you know, to anybody, even the people that's getting mad at Addison Rae for landing that job, you would do the same thing. If you was in Dana, is that dude's name? Dana White, like, pretty much he's like the CEO of UFC. But if you was in his position, you would do the same exact thing, if you are in his shoes. If you are. Now, maybe you might change it up and you might be like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to go and have it where I contact this, you know, person with more experience before I contact Addison Rae. But it's like that's like that one rare occasion. But if you, my thing is this, if you're down bad with your company, right? You got to think about it along those lines. You're down bad with your company. You're not getting in the following that you used to get. So how do you get more of a following? You bring somebody in with the following, with the following. And they're going to post about it and going to be like, hey, tonight I'm going to be a correspondent for UFC, so make sure you tune in tonight. What people are going to do? Because my thing is this. Let's say, you know, we add up Addison Rae, like all of her followers all together. So it's like roughly a little over 100 million followers, if not more than that. So she's bringing in 100 million followers all across her platforms. She's going to be talking about this, posting about this, you know, overall going to be probably posting about the fights and her viewings on it. Because you guys see it as this girl's getting paid to do this. So my thing is, like, I get paid to be a correspondent for a UFC, and all I just gotta do is talk good about this event, and then my thing is, like, that's gonna bring in even a following, because it's like people that are already watching UFC, they're gonna see her and be like, I wonder what she's into, look her up. Then that's just more search results for her name. And I guarantee it, out of the millions of people that's watching this UFC event all across the world, because it was a lot of people. They was watching this, that Conor McGregor fight and stuff. So you have it where it's like all of those people are tuning in, watching the event. They see Addison Rae. So let's say it's like maybe 10 million people, if not probably more than 10 million people, is watching this event. Guaranteed, it's going to be definitely thousands of people that go and follow Addison Rae. And then there's going to be thousands of Addison Rae's followers, if not probably a million of her followers that watch UFC, and then they're going to be like, because see, here's the thing, and this is something that I've done. I can overall say that, like, I've been accused of doing this myself, but when a social media influencer, when they post about something, for an example, David Dobrik and GEEK, I never would have known what SeatGeek was up until he started talking about it. Now, there was probably millions of other people that talked about SeatGeek prior before David Dobrik. I didn't know about it until I seen it on his channel. So, at the end of the day, are you going to find SeatGeek from a nobody, or are you going to find SeatGeek from a somebody? You see what I'm saying? Like, is that adding up? Is that making sense? And yeah, then I ended, and then it's even with me, like, okay, with David Dobrik, and then with me, both of us promoting SeatGeek. I probably, compared to him, it's like, they're probably, it's like not an equal percentage of how many people use my promo code versus how many people used his promo code. More people knew about SeatGeek when they followed him. They didn't hear about SeatGeek through me. If they heard about SeatGeek through me, then that's just because they don't watch David Dobrik. But at the end of the day, I do have a following. I know how to get followers. So that's what I'm like, and I think that's what people, they need to do. It's like, okay, in order to land like a job, in order to, especially in this day and age, and it's just like with a resume, you're not going to, my thing is this, and you, who knows, maybe they give you a chance to overall see, but if it's going to be a person with experience versus a person without experience, they're going to take that person with experience. You know, or overall if they like their vibe, or if they like, and that's where it's like when they're talking on their friend that like, oh, they studied this for like 6 years or whatever. Who knows? Your friend might have an attitude problem. They might go crazy and shoot up the place because they got fired. They might ruin the UFC event somehow, or people might not like them. There's probably people not liking Addison Rae and stuff, but my thing is this, if it would have been me, I know if it, if it had been me, I wouldn't have cared. I'm going to just go and flat out just say that right now. If I land some correspondent job and all I'm just going to do is just stand around and talk with people and ask them questions, and people are getting mad at me because I took that job and I barely have any experience versus them with experience, it's not your time. It is not your time. And there's no reason to get mad at me because of who UFC choose to do this correspondent event. I'm like, my thing is this, and it's not even this, like, and I don't know. People might take this as me being rude, but if my thing is this, 6 years obviously wasn't enough. Like, my thing is like, okay, you did this for 6 years. What did you prove? What did you do for those 6 years? Because it's like, my thing is like, I've been doing YouTube for 6 years, and I only got 20-something thousand followers. So what people are going to say to me, they're going to be like, oh, well, you're not putting in enough work. You're not doing enough of this, or you're doing this wrong, or you're doing this. That's how it is with you and whoever your friend is doing 6 years of this correspondence stuff, and they haven't achieved nothing. So that's why it's like, yeah, it's like you can't get mad at somebody. It's like, okay, Addison Rae put in the work. She did what she needed to do, and she landed that job, regardless of how much experience she has over it. So I think that's just people out there just being hateful. Just trying to find a reason to hate on Addison Rae. Once again, I'm not trying to defend Addison Rae. She did a good job. Cool. If she did it, then obviously, yeah, UFC shouldn't contact no more about it. But I wouldn't overall, like, my thing is, like, if that was the job that I was trying to land, I can't get mad at her because she landed the job before I did. That just shows I'm like, okay, I gotta continue putting in work. My thing is, like, sitting around arguing over the fact that she got this position before I did. What is that going to do? Who's going to sit down and listen to the person that's ranting about another person versus the person that landed the job? Like, do you see what I'm saying? It's like nobody cares about that. It's like I said, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but at the same time, it's like, why are you being disrespectful to this girl? And she did absolutely nothing to you besides exist. That's why I'm like, look, if you hate Addison Rae, just say that. But if you don't hate Addison Rae, and it's like, why are you sitting around talking about this? Like, what is it doing for you? What is it doing for UFC? What is it doing for Addison Rae or whoever is listening? Your followers. Nobody cares. Absolutely nobody. So it's like, people can go ahead and get on me for saying this and stuff, but I'm like, hey, yo, leave Addison Rae alone. That girl ain't did nothing to you besides exist. And that's why I'm like, I just get tired of that stuff, man, where it's like people that just be out there minding their own business and stuff. I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's just me being too much of a positive person and I should be equivalent to these guys, but I'm like, I feel like that I'm having a pretty good life, not worried about other people's success story. If anything, is a success story should motivate you. Like, this Addison Rae situation should motivate you, not make you a hateful person, not make you get mad at Addison Rae because she landed a job before you did. It's like, fam, accept the fact that she landed the job and move on with your life. Go take up another job. Be a correspondent for WWE or NFL or NBA or soccer, whichever. Baseball, freaking rugby. I don't care what it is, but it's like hating on this girl because she landed some job. It's like, what is that going to do for you? Absolutely nothing. It's just a waste of time to be hating on somebody for something that they decided to do and stuff. So, but anyways, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 34 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you do the same for my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Speaking of me talking about SeatGeek earlier, I am partnered with SeatGeek, so you can use my promo code TMossBoss and it will knock $20 off your next purchase. But it may not work for you. I'm still unclear about it, but if it doesn't, contact SeatGeek. And yeah, till then, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.